Have you ever stopped to think how many times you've held yourself back because of fear of what might happen? How many dreams you've shelved because your mind created disasters that didn't even exist? If you constantly sabotage yourself because of tomorrow, this is for you. Because the truth is simple, the future doesn't exist. And that's exactly why you shouldn't be afraid of it. The fear of the future is the most comfortable prison you've ever walked into. You don't see the bars, but you feel the weight. Your mind invents catastrophes, scenarios, failures, and you watch it all as if it were the premiere of your own downfall. You know what's worse? Most of the things you're afraid of will never actually happen. Mark Twain once said, "I've lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened. The rest was just imagination, anxiety dressed up as prophecy. But still you insist on suffering in advance. It's like paying interest on a debt you don't even owe. Like a student stressing before an exam, without even knowing if the hard topics will come up. That's you with life. Fear of the future is the most sophisticated excuse you've ever invented to avoid acting in the present. You say, what if it doesn't work out? But you never realize the only way to know is by trying. And what if it does work out? You never ask yourself that. Nietzsche nailed it. He who has a why can bear almost any how. The problem is you live without a why, so any how knocks you down. A mind without purpose becomes a hostage to uncertainty. Want a clear example? Look at Harry Potter. The boy had every reason to give up. Orphaned, marked, hated by some, feared by others. If he had stopped to obsess about the future, he would never have stepped foot into Hogwarts. But he didn't. He chose the present, one step at a time. And that changed everything. You know what actually changes your life? Not prediction, action. The future isn't a neat Excel spreadsheet. It's an empty field waiting for you to build something on it. You're afraid because you crave guarantees. You want control. You want to know if it will work, if it will hurt, if it will succeed. Spoiler, you'll never know. And thank goodness, because if you did, it would ruin the story. Imagine watching Doctor Who already knowing how every twist ends. Imagine starting Peaky Blinders with all the spoilers. No thrill, no tension. That's your life too. Uncertainty is the spice, but you treat it like poison. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The future itself isn't scary. What terrifies you are the horror films you write in your own head. The problem isn't tomorrow. It's the tragic script you've drafted today. You keep asking, what if I fail? But you forget to ask, what if I learn? Think of Rocky. How many times did he hit the canvas? How many times did he fall? And still he stood up. Fear tries to erase your memory. It makes you forget you've won before. The future isn't a monster, it's a mirror. It reflects what you do right now. Want a tomorrow without fear? Build a today with courage, simple, not easy. Want another example? Take the Lord of the Rings. Frodo had no clue how to destroy the ring. Didn't know if he'd die, if his friends would survive, if he'd be betrayed. But he kept walking step after step across Middle-earth. And in the chaos he found strength. Meanwhile you freeze because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Fear of the future is an addiction to anticipation. You'd rather suffer twice. Once in imagination and once in reality. Sometimes only in imagination. You create monsters, then run away from them. It's quiet self-torture that nobody else can see. You know who understood this? Seneca. He wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Yet you keep ignoring that wisdom as if you're wiser than 2,000 years of philosophy. But you're not. You're not special. Your fear isn't original. Every human being has trembled before tomorrow. The difference is, Some trembled while moving, others while standing still. Guess who got further? Here's the brutal truth. You'll never eliminate fear of the future, but you can learn to dance with it. It's like in V for Vendetta. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. But when you face it, fear shrinks. You run from the future as if you're running from pain. But running hurts too. It's just quieter. It's like rust eating away inside you. And suddenly you realize you've grown old without truly living. Think about Neo in The Matrix. He could have stayed with the blue pill. Comfort, predictability, routine. But he chose the red pill. He chose risk, uncertainty, the leap into the unknown. And that's what transformed everything. So tell me this. Do you prefer the illusion of safety or the truth of uncertainty? Would you rather live in a comfortable simulation or face the chaos and discover who you really are? The future doesn't exist. It's just a draft written by what you do now. You don't need to control tomorrow. You only need to choose how you live today. And maybe that's the biggest secret. It's not about killing fear. It's about using fear as a compass. If something scares you, it's because it matters. If it gives you butterflies in your stomach, it's proof you're alive. Without fear, there is no courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action despite it. And those who act despite fear build futures nobody could predict. So next time your mind starts projecting disasters, remember this. Most of them will never happen. And even if they do, you'll have the strength to handle it. Because life has always been like this. Improvisation, chaos, reinvention. The future is only the echo of what you do now. And right now, you can choose to stop being a prisoner of tomorrow. No manual, no guarantee, no certainty. Just one step forward. And when you take it, you'll see that fear hasn't vanished. It's just moved. It stopped being a prison and became fuel. Fear of the future doesn't have to paralyze you. It can be exactly what drives you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this.